Hello everybody and welcome back to another RC Cars presentation, and today I'm really excited to show the 2015 Star Wars cars. This is wave 3 after a wave in 2013, 2014, and of course here in 2015. These are all released in celebration of the Disney and Lucasfilms. Of course, it started in 2013 because that is when Disney bought Lucasfilm. So now they're all combined. Disney owns Marvel, Lucasfilm, and some other franchises. So in honor of that, they cross the lines and make these Star Wars cars. I know they do some stuff with the other characters as well. So I'm really excited to do this review here. I recently got these from someone I know that works down in Disney Orlando, Florida at the park. So she helped me purchase these. So that was very nice. They're also selling on eBay for around $130 to $140. So if you're interested in that, you could go check it out on eBay. So let's get into the review here. I just wanted to let you guys know, if you're interested in seeing the other Star Wars cars, Wave 1 and 2, those will be coming out on July 4th as part of a suggestion video. And I will also show these, but I'll mostly focus on Wave 1 and 2 because I'll be reviewing those. And also with the updated schedule, I just recently updated the schedule in the About section of my channel, so there's a pretty big update, a lot of new videos coming out, so if you want to check that out, go ahead and do so. So let's start and look at the packaging for each of these singles here. Of course, this year we got 4 singles, 2 smaller boxes, and 1 3-pack box, and we'll take a look at that, as I said, in a moment. But we have Tractor as Royal Guard, who is a repaint of the regular Tractor and the Sand Trooper. But I personally really like this one. It's probably my favorite because I just love the red metallic paint. And one thing I did want to tell you guys is that I've never seen any of the Star Wars movies, unfortunately. I do need to watch them. But, so I'm not really familiar with the characters, so I wouldn't necessarily know any things that should be on these cars that they may not have on these cars. Like, I'm not that, I don't know too much. I'm not that knowledgeable about the Star Wars cars, so I just may not say something that a Star Wars fan may know. That's what I'm trying to convey here. So also we have Sarge as Emperor Palpatine with Cone Droid, and I'm pretty sure this is a bad guy, and it's pretty cool. He comes with that Cone Droid there too. They're implementing a lot of Cars aspects into the Star Wars line. We got Sarge there. I'm pretty sure the actor who played him just recently died, Christopher Lee actually, and the card back's the same on all of them. These are $9.95 at the Disney parks. And we also have Pitties as Logray and Wicket. Now these guys look pretty cool. I also really like the card back on them. They look absolutely amazing in my opinion. And same card back as well. They have used the Pitties before as I believe the Jawas. And we have a Lightning McQueen here as Jedi Luke Skywalker. So this is his Jedi stage, not fully the Luke Skywalker, I guess. And he looks pretty interesting. I like the black paint that looks like a matte paint on him. Some nice art there. And the same back as well. One thing I wanted to show you with the Royal Guard here, I wanted to compare him to the Star Wars, the original Clone Trooper or Stormtrooper. This is the only repeat I have. This is the only one I bought duplicates of. Is the Tractor Stormtrooper. So I do have a extra one in the package of this one, but I don't have them in any others. And you can just compare the card backs there. They're quite a bit different, as one showing multiple tractors and this one just shows one. So it's nice, a different card back and change the art a bit. So we'll take a look at the differences loose after I show the box set. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, for the 2015 wave, we got 3 box sets. Now these 2 that we have in front of them don't include multiple cards, they just have 1. But they are pretty large. They basically be a deluxe line in the Mattel line. So as you can see here, we have Vader as Darth Vader Death Star Battle, and Lightning McQueen as Jedi Luke Skywalker Death Star Battle. One thing I'm a little curious about this, and again, I wouldn't know this because I'm not really a Star Wars, I don't know much about it, is the fact that it's Jedi Luke Skywalker, yet he's not in that black paint. And I would assume if he was Jedi Luke Skywalker, he'd have the black paint like right here, because this is Jedi Luke Skywalker. So maybe that's a mistake. I don't know. It's probably not. It's just because I don't really know much. So basically, to my knowledge, this occurred during the Death Star battle, and I think it's pretty cool. I really like how they have the Guido sticking up out of the back there, and they do provide a description on the back of these. It is the same. I'm not going to read that because that's quite a bit, but if you want to pause and read that, you can go ahead and do so. The bottom, these are actually only $15, a lot cheaper than I thought. I would think they'd be at $20, but that's nice, although I do think the singles are a little bit overpriced. And we have Vader here as Darth Vader, who both of these released regularly in the first wave as a single package, just without the Death Star battle accessories. And Vader has the same description as well on the back there. So pretty cool. Same bottom as well. And now I have to say this is probably my favorite out of the whole 2015 wave. I just really like this. Now, this is a acrylic plastic, just like the Disney Store, the original Disney Store cars when they came out before they changed to the little cardboard boxes. It's very similar to that, only this feels even thicker than that, so that's cool. So now we also have King as Lando Calrissian. I'm probably butchering that name really badly. And we have the first mistake, which I know for a fact that it's a mistake, because Pitty has 2 T's in it, not just one. So they said Pitty as Bespin Guard, so it should have 2 T's in it, not just one. So that's a mistake that I'm pretty sure is actually a mistake, because that's relating to the Cars world, not the Star Wars. And we have Ramone as Han Solo in Carbonite, which, to my understanding, in the movies, he was put in Carbonite after Han Solo captured him, I guess. I'm not really sure. Not Han Solo, Boba Fett. And so eventually he did get out of the Carbonite, though. I think that looks really cool. I'm really happy that they released this. I mean, it looked really cool. And there's a description on the back of this one as well, if you want to pause and read that. I have no idea really what they're saying there. And the back, this one is a $25 set, $24.95 at the Disney parks. So I'm going to open these guys up and we'll take a look at them loose. Alright, I got the 4 singles opened up, and I'm kind of disappointed. I opened this one up here, and it's got a pretty big chunk of paint missing right there. You could definitely see it's not extra paint added, because if you feel it, oops, sorry about moving the camera there, you could feel it, it's definitely a scratch. I couldn't see that in the package because it's facing like this, so I couldn't see it. And that's pretty unfortunate, because that's a pretty big scratch there as well. So I'm not really too happy so far. I did open up another one of the cars here, and I'll show you that to you guys in a moment, and I'm not too happy with that either. But let's focus on the rest of the car for now. Now, of course, this is the Royal Guard Tractor's Royal Guard. He's got a nice metallic red paint, which looks really awesome. I really do like it. He's kind of got these shades on, which are like the black kind of covers his eyes a little bit there. And he's got these pretty big tires, and of course he's the tractor, so he goes like that. And I really like how they even put the paint on the bottom there, to put the black paint right there, which looks really nice. Now this tractor is different from the regular Stormtrooper. You look at their mouths there, it's different, and up the top here, the kind of on the sides, it's a little bit different. Now the Royal Guard's a lot similar to the regular tractor from Cars, because it doesn't have these 2 kind of things on the side there. Now I guess that would be maybe their mask there, it's resembling their mask. And this Royal Guard doesn't seem to have a mask like that, so it looks a lot more similar to the regular Mattel tractor, at least in my opinion it does. You can take a look at the back on all these. Not too much detailing on the back for the Star Wars cars. A little bit more on the Stormtrooper, has a little bit more tooling. This one's pretty flat, but it looks nice. I really do like the red there. It's very cool in my opinion. And their little smokestacks are a little bit different there, as you can see. The Stormtrooper is a little side thing coming out of the side there. And the Royal Guard just kind of has it going straight up, and they're both pretty bendy rubber. So as I could see here, the Stormtrooper is a lot more detailed, but probably according to the movie it's very accurate. So again, I wouldn't really know much. And one thing I also wanted to show about the Stormtrooper here is the Sand Troopers. And they're basically the same as the clone troopers, except for the fact they're a little bit sandy, of course. And I do not have those open up. I kept those in the package, though, just because they're so similar. I thought I might as well just keep them in the package. So let's move on to the second one. And the second one is Jedi Luke Skywalker. Now, I think this is probably my least favorite of the ones released this year, just because it's the same character as of course, the Wave 1 release of Lightning McQueen as Luke Skywalker. So it's just a little bit less, I don't find the word here, a little bit less exciting to me, but I do definitely like it. It's got a nice black matte paint on it, and it's got the logo there. I guess that's the Rebel logo. At least to my knowledge, I don't really know much. As I said, he has his Ka-Chow, or the lightning stickers, which is odd because this is the regular version released in 2013, does not have those. And one thing that I learned from reading on the forums is as you can see, his rims are silver on every single rim except for the one where he's holding his green lightsaber. And to my knowledge, that is because he has a mechanical arm right there, so it's symbolizing that all of his other limbs are working properly and are, there, but his right arm is a mechanical arm. And now I watched the trailer for the upcoming Star Wars movie, and it shows his mechanical arm there, so that's pretty cool, because I'm not really sure when in the timeline he actually lost his arm there. And you can kind of see the Rebel logo on the side there as well, some nice blue pinstriping going around there, and nothing really on the back except for his little license plate there, which I can't read that one at all. It's in Star Wars language, guys. I'm just kidding, I'm not really sure what that means. You guys probably would. It's probably some sort of code there. So let's move on to Sarge's Emperor Palpatine. Or Palpatine, I'm very sorry, I'm probably mispronouncing that. I'm not sure which of the two it is. Now, from what I've learned, this character has the lightning coming out of, or electricity coming out the front, because in the movies, the character had the electricity coming out of his fingernails, so it's kind of supposed to mean that. And one thing, again, he kind of has a logo there of, I guess maybe the, what's it called? I'm not sure, the clone troopers or whatever, they're the bad guy logo, basically. And on the card, it is shown as white, and it's fully white, and on here you could just kind of see a shadow of it, just a little imprint. So I'm not really sure why they made it white, but on the card, it is it's completely white, but on here, as I said, it's not. And so I originally thought mine was an error. I was disappointed, but I looked on eBay and everyone's is like this. So I think it looked good, because I feel like this car is a little bit too much black. There's another license plate I cannot read there, but I just feel like this car is a little bit too much black, but I definitely like it. I'm glad they used this character, and of course he has basically the same stuff from the original Sarge, the spare tire, toolbox, and the two little hooks here, and there again is the license plate. Let's take a look at his Cone Droid here. It's very nice. You can move it along. It's got wheels on the bottom, 4 wheels, so you can move it along. I'm not really sure what purpose it has. It's probably something that flies around and is some sort of weaponized bot. But it's very nice. They incorporate it into something like a cone, caution cone, so that's very nice. I'm not sure what these things going around it are, but it is very nice. It's all plastic though, except for the screw in there, but it is nice. It's not cheap, is basically. So I'm glad they included that, make him a little bit better. So I'm very happy about him. I'm glad they used a different character, because there's only 2 different characters they used, really, for this wave, which is King and Sarge there. Otherwise, everyone else is basically the same. Now, you guys can probably notice something here about Pitties as Logray and Wicket, is that I'm not sure what this guy, it's either Wicket or Logray. I'm just gonna call this one Wicket, because he lost his fork. I opened this thing and they're so jammed in the blister, and they're connected with a wire around the plastic, so you have to cut the wire first to release him. And so in the process of doing so, these are so badly connected, and the plastic is so thin, is that this guy's little staff here came off very quickly. I'm really upset about that, but it's alright. I'll somehow get a new one. I know these are on eBay from China right now. So I guess I'll get that because that is really unfortunate. But I guess we could take a better look at the staff. It's totally what I meant to do. I broke off the staff so you could take a better look at it. I'm just kidding, guys. But, it's very nice. Got the gold there. And so, as I've said, I'm not really sure what this has in relation to the movie. Just, it's cool as a car. It's cool as a car. There's nice designs on the side there. Some designs on the back. And the same designs on the side. And I kind of wish they gave these guys different expressions, but that probably is accurate to the movies and how they kind of have those eyes, but I'm not sure again. They also gave them these kind of ears here, which look pretty cool. They're on both of them. Now, personally, this one is my favorite, probably just because he didn't lose his fork, but he has a cooler staff. This guy has a cooler looking staff. I mean, it's a lot more detailed instead of just this kind of boring one there. That guy is kind of it's kind of like more of a cross kind of look to it. It's got like a wrench there, which is cool how they use the wrench there. So it just looks a little bit better. It looks like the same, only has the wrench tied to it actually. And he has this cooler helmet, which seems to have some feathers coming out of it or something. So he looks pretty cool. I like the colors on him. He's got similar designs as well. And then he's got this kind of extra part here on the left side or the right side of him, which Wicket does not have. And so that's pretty cool. I'm glad they differentiated the two. It looks pretty good. So if you guys are going to get these, I would recommend handling them with care. As mine, this came off so easily. It was so easy. I didn't even notice it. For a second, I thought it was supposed to come off because it came off so easily. So now let's get into the box sets. Let's start here with the Death Star battle, Lightning McQueen as Jedi Luke Skywalker. And I have to say, this is really cool. It might be one of my favorites. It might be my second favorite out of the third wave here. I just really like it. I mean, it's just really cool. They add these awesome wings on it. They don't really fold back in, but there's a little bend to them. You can see these kind of like satellite things blowing up, antennas again. I'm not really sure what these are. They're just, they're very cool. It's just a very nicely made die cast here. And you can see they did change the expression. Actually, no, they didn't. I thought they did, but it looks like they actually didn't. The expression is the same, and it would be nice if they changed it, but they didn't. But it's very nice. There is a few differences here. The Death Star battle does not have the lightsaber, which is kind of obvious. Like, why would you need a lightsaber when you're, in the Death Star battle, I guess. And, he's got this complete new backing here to incorporate the wings and these kind of boosters, I guess. And it's really cool. As you can see, they got R2-D2, which is Guido, kind of popping up the back. And I'm not really sure what he's doing there. I get maybe he's controlling it or something. And here's the R2-D2 that he released on the first wave, and you can see it's the same expression. It's pretty cool. I was really happy. I was not expecting him to be there. It's pretty cool. I'm glad they put that there. A very nice touch. And so that's pretty much it for Jedi Luke Skywalker here, Death Star battle. You just compare him to the regular Jedi Luke Skywalker. Again, I'm confused why they called this one Jedi Luke Skywalker when this one's the Jedi Luke Skywalker, and they're different paint schemes. So that's the only thing I'm a little confused about. Or maybe even he was always Jedi Luke Skywalker. Maybe that's it, and that was just a different paint job. So I'm just a little confused about that. So let's move on to the Vader Death Star battle, the Darth Vader. Now I wasn't expecting to like him that much because he definitely did not have that many add-ons as the Lightning McQueen did, because he just has these kind of satellites coming off the side of him. But I actually really do like him. I mean, these satellites or whatever they are, the panels here that help him fly, I guess, are really well made. They're well built, and it's very cool. I really like him, and he's basically the same as the original release back in the first wave and then a 2-pack in the second wave. So they're basically all the same, got the same expression, which I can understand him having the same expression because he's, Darth Vader, I guess he always does the same expression. He's got a mask on, can't really change anything about that. So that's pretty cool. Again, missing the lightsaber, just like Lightning McQueen did. And so there's pretty much nothing else to say. You can just see these are plastic add-ons, these wings here. So that's pretty cool. I like him a lot more than I actually expected to like him. Now let's take a look at the box set, which include 3 new cars Ramone as Han Solo and Carbonite, the King as Lando Calrissian, and a Pitty as Bespin Guard. Now, as I said in the beginning, to my understanding, Han Solo was frozen in Carbonite and eventually got out of it somehow. I'm pretty sure it was expelled by Jabba the Hutt or something. And I really like his expression because it looks like he's screaming and his eyes are kind of squinched there as he's just about to get frozen. That freezes his expression there, which is pretty cool. There is a screw attaching him to this base here, and so I just unscrewed it to show in the video because you can unscrew it and lift him up there, and there's a screw in the back. And he is amazing. I love that they made the base silver on him. It looks really cool. The whole rest of him is just gray wheels. Very nice. He's got the Solo license plate, which is very cool because his license plate in the Cars movie is, why am I blanking out on it? It's low and slow, so it's pretty cool. They kind of made it the same way, but also incorporated into Han Solo's last name there, so it's pretty cool. Here's the original, if we get focused, the original Ramone as Han Solo. Yeah, he has a gun there. So very nice. They both do have the license plate. So it's really cool. I'm also glad they made the base, got 4 wheels on it so you can move it around. It does only plastic though, and it sits in there pretty nicely. Maybe if you get the spring out of the way though. It was working before, man. Come on. There we go. Alright, I just gotta move the screw away. Now let's take. Had an accidental cut there, guys, but back to what I was saying. I was really happy they made this character a part of the Star Wars line because, he hasn't been released, and they did do Chick Hicks, so it's nice that they did do the King. The only other notable characters from the first movie that they haven't done as a character is Sheriff and Lizzie. So, maybe in the future, but I did hear that the third wave, which is this year, was going to be the last year, unfortunately. So he does have a gun there, which is very similar to Han Solo's, but is different. His is a little bit bigger and bulkier. And here's the regular The King. I really also like Lando's kind of metallic paint. It's kind of a Spectre Flame paint. So very nice. I really do like Lando here. It's, again, one of my favorites. There's the back there. Kind of nice, simple paint job. And the one thing about the Pitty here, I'm not sure if this guy is a good guy or a bad guy. He kind of looks bad since he's a guard or something and they're trying to break him out or something. But I know Lando's a good guy, I think. And so I'm not really sure. These guys do kind of similar paint jobs though, but I'm not really sure. So you can compare them to the other Pitties released. Very similar to the Jawas released in the second wave, only the guns are different. The Bespin Pitty only gets that little gun, and the Jawas get this huge gun, so I'd definitely rather be a Jawa, I guess, than a Bespin Guard. But they are the same model, they're just, it's a lot flat, and then the Jawa here has a little bit more, an add-on on the side there, some more detailing there. And both the Jawas are basically the same, only one doesn't have the gun there. I do like his expression, it kind of looks like he has a mustache there too, which is cool. Nice expression. They didn't really keep it like the straight eyes, like looking right at you. I mean, they changed up the eyebrows a little bit. But here is Logray. He might be Wicket, I'm not sure. And again, these are the same model Pitty. Although his is a little bit different, I just realized the fact that his visor that covers his eyes comes down a little bit more, while the Bespin Guard's is just straight. And that is the same for the Jawas too. Jawas and the Logray and Wicket are the same. So actually they are a little bit different tooling, which is very nice. I'm glad they actually do change it up a little bit, so that's pretty cool. So that's pretty much it for the Bespin Guard and the 2015 wave of Star Wars cars. Again, I do apologize, this video is pretty long, and the fact that I'm not really too knowledgeable about the Star Wars cars. I just need to watch the movies and I'd probably be all set to go, although there's 6 of them. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I do apologize again for the long videos. I hate having to make long videos and making you guys watch this long video, but thank you for watching. If you did stick around, I do really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed this video. I did try. It's kind of hard for me to do all these cars in one video. It just gets a little unorganized there. But thank you guys for watching again. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. Thanks again. I'll see you guys next time.